Imagine embarking on an unforgettable journey through the heart of Italy, where every turn is a new treasure and every moment is filled with beauty and culture. You start your adventure in Rome, the eternal city. Next, you venture into the rolling hills of Tuscany, where the air is perfumed with the scent of vineyards and olive grove. The journey continues to Venice, the floating city of canals and gondolas, after Five Earth and Milan. But your Italian adventure doesn't end on land. It's about to get even more extraordinary. A magical journey through Italy, topped off with a house music festival on Costa Cruise. Dance under the stars, relax in style, and discover exclusive performances on deck, all while sailing to some of the most beautiful destinations. There are 3 packages to choose from. Sailing dates are from September 24th through the 28th, 2025. Book yours now at festivaloncruise.com.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Heidi's house. I'm your host, Queen Bee Heidi B. And in today's episode, our featured guest is Al Guru. He is an artist, music producer, DJ, label owner, and much more. So, am I excited or what to learn more about his house music journey? Are you ready? Then let's go. So here he is. Al Groove is in the house. Yay! Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you for the
How,
interview.
how are you doing today?
I'm great, I'm doing good.
Good. I'm very, very happy and grateful to have you also part of Heidi's House podcast that is embracing global house music culture, artists, DJs, music producers, radio personalities, influencers, and more and more. So you are one of our featured guests, and I'm very excited to learn more about your house music journey and share with our audience about your house music journey and what's up currently.
I'm glad to be here. I was anticipating this interview for a while. Thank you.
Wonderful.
So,
And
hello, everybody. I am DJ Al Groove, hailing from Chicago, Illinois, and I am the owner and CEO of Our Sound Music and Entertainment Group and dance music, and also Raw Tech Chicago for the Techno and Tech House.
wonderful. And that's a beautiful, beautiful introduction. I'm gonna start the interview and dig a little bit more deeper about your profile, so to say, and your brand, what you gave a
Okay.
little synopsis about. So, Al Groove, what
Yes.
brought you originally to house music?
Well, I'm from Chicago, born and raised, and I was raised into house music, and my parents listened to disco and soul from the 60s and 70s. I grew up listening to all the old school R&B, funk music, and disco. And as when I was little, I loved disco music. Disco music just does something to your spirit and soul.
True,
True.
true.
We know house music is a cousin of disco. And when house music was first created back in the early 80s, I was glad to be a part of that generation.
Yeah.
And I automatically gravitated to it, the feeling it gave you, the driving 4/4 kick and the bass lines, the melodies, the keyboards, and the singing. And you could tell it was homegrown, it was part of Chicago, it was our soul.
Yeah, yeah. And that's something that you just mentioned. Really, the house and disco, they are related. They are very strongly related. And I have to say that
Yeah.
I also feel both of them, that there's kind of like this beautiful communication between those two genres and timeline that they are kind of.
Yes.
It's even almost hard to say when it's disco and when it's house in some particular point, so to say. And
Yeah.
also, that's great since you are from Chicago, the so-called one of. Okay, we are not gonna go to the debates because I
No,
have
we can
heard a
say
lot
it.
of.
Chicago is the birthplace of house music
Yes,
in general,
yeah,
as we know.
exactly. So that is a fact, and
Yes.
you have been very, very, very blessed, in my opinion, to be able to see that era and the growth of the house music community and how it has then been evolving into something global phenomena, so to say. So
Yes,
that's
it's even
great.
more about the music. Like, if I could take you back in a time machine
Mm-hmm.
to not just they play house music on the radio stations back in the 80s. They don't do it anymore because hip
Yeah.
hop kind of pushed us out the way in Chicago. But
Mm-hmm.
in the 80s, we had house music mixes every Friday and Saturday night, lunchtime mixes during the day on the major FM radio stations back in the 80s and 90s. So the college radio stations, everybody was playing house music. It was all
True,
over the place.
true.
And also going to the classic clubs in Chicago from the
Yeah.
well, I'm going to speak from my era my generation,
Mhm.
I'm 52, so I got to speak when I came into the club. The first club I went to was La Mirage, but when I was 14 years old, I got snuck in.
Oh, wow.
So,
It's
you
lucky
know,
you.
yeah, the high school parties like Mendel, Leo, Hales Franciscan, the skating rinks play house music. We
Yeah.
skated the house music. We had the music box, the power plant, the powerhouse, the warehouse, Sawyer's,
Mhm.
Medusa's, aka it's so many venues Monday through Friday. No, I say Sunday through Saturday, but we can go hear house music.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about high school. We used to go to AKA's on Wednesday night and Medusa's on Thursday night, and we had to go to school the next morning in high school. Some
Yeah.
of us sitting in school sleep because we went to the club during a school week.
Yeah.
So, like, you had to be there to experience the magnitude
Mhm.
of house music and the culture and its upbringing. It's like it's ingrained in you. So that's why now everybody that produces house music, especially from my generation, we make the good house music we make as far as our generation goes. Not saying nobody else make good house music, but
Yeah, we are not saying that.
we actually grew up in the mix of it.
Mhm.
So it was an outstanding fit, something I'll never forget. Nobody will never forget it. It's beautiful.
Yeah. It absolutely is. And I have had few guests who are from that same era, from that same generation. It's just very exciting to hear what was going on, what was up during those days, and how the house music, the story of house music, spread. And I think that's the common story. And then it's like, all the individual stories that are lining up with that whole movement that happened in the spread of house music from those days until what it is at the moment. So
And
that's
yep, and I'm going to mention everybody in Chicago in those days had a part in the upbringing of house music and its culture, not
Mhm.
just the DJs, not just the producers,
Yeah,
the dancers. They was very important. The dancers, their reaction on the floor let you know how that song made them feel and how that DJ's mixing made them feel. The promoters, we have classic promoters that really put in the work then and now to bring the crowd to the parties, offer them a good time. So
true.
everybody had their hand in the pot in the upbringing of the culture and house music.
True that, true that.
And
And
hope and today, it's the same way and hope it still stays that way. Everybody has a part in this house music family.
Exactly. It is a community thing. It's a family thing, and
Yes.
it's spreading from those origins then throughout the world and having those kind of local forms then and adaptations, so to say, and everything is adding up something. So it's very exciting musical journey. And now if you think about the different genres of house, how it has evolved, some of my interviewees have been saying that it's kind of hard to anymore even put things to any particular genre because it's so much mixed and evolving, and there's so many ways to
I know it's a new
categorize
genre
music.
every month that comes
Yeah,
out. Some genres, I'm like, what's glitch house? I said, when did
yeah,
that come out? It's so many genres of it, but it's
true,
all good. House music, like everything, it evolves. But the most
true.
important thing, all genres of house music bring people together.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the unity.
All of them, no matter your sexuality, the real beauty of house music.
Absolutely. Then I'm gonna continue to my next questions, uh,
Mhm.
which is, who are the artists that have inspired your music most?
Okay. There's a few of them. Adonis, he
Mm,
made No Way Back, and we're rocking down the house.
yeah,
Steve Still Curly. I love the way he always orchestrated the keyboards in his house music.
yeah,
Um, Curtis McLean, his singing, the house music national anthem, him and
mm,
Marshall Jefferson together. That was an awesome team.
yeah,
And Chip E. Chip E, when he made It's House and Time to Jack, that was just
yeah.
basic grooving, driving, good stuff.
True.
And Jesse Saunders.
Mhm.
And more present, let's say what's that group name? Yeah, it's so many of them. So
There are
many out
so many, I
right
know.
now. Crystal Lavelle, she's a beautiful singer and a beautiful artist. And
Yeah.
I had a part in inspiring her when she first did her first song. When you interview her one
Oh,
day, she'll tell you that story. But she's evolved
wonderful.
into a very beautiful house music artist, and she makes very good music. Of course, Masters at Work. I mean, they're a staple. Masters
Yeah.
at Work, I have so many of their records and downloads. They make some awesome music. Awesome music.
Yeah, they
Awesome
are
music.
instrumental for
Yeah.
the house. And hey, while you mentioned, shout out to Crystal Level. She'll be joining also in Heidi's House podcast for an episode. So I'm very grateful to have her here as well. So shout out to her. And it's wonderful that you
Yes.
have that connection also, and that there's a story, but I'm gonna find out maybe more from her.
Yeah. Another one is Email Gales. He's up and coming in Chicago, and
Mhm.
he makes really nice house music. He makes good soulful house music. He makes nice melodic beat house music. He makes man, you got to hear him. He's somebody to watch too. He's really good. Emil Gales. Oh, and Gene Hunt.
Mm.
Gene Hunt, that's my buddy right there. He makes really good
Hey.
house music, and he's an awesome DJ. I don't care what kind of crowd it is. That man can make the floor move.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So watch out those names that our group just mentioned. Watch out those names and check out also those classic artists if you are not familiar with their productions.
Mhm.
Wonderful, wonderful set of artists that inspire. And I have to say that it is a bit unfair question because there are so many that we can feel
Yeah,
inspired to, which is beautiful thing.
like your
Now,
other question about my favorite house music song.
yeah, they will now. Now that's the one that we are going to go exactly
Oh
right now.
boy.
I know it's a least to say it's a tricky one, but could you name few that you feel maybe that you never get bored of or never get tired of, some of those kind of house music tracks that are very influential for you?
I get it. And this is another one of my favorite artists. I mean, Fingers Inc. Larry Hurt and Fingers Inc.
Mhm.
Distant Planet. That song, when it first came out, it just took me to a whole another place. Distant Planet by Fingers Inc. It's on Alleviated Records. Came
Check
out in
it
I think
out.
87. And another one is Jungle Ones, Time Marches On.
Mhm.
You know, I was at a period of my teenage years, teenage years, you were just like,
Yeah.
and that song is saying time marches on. It inspires you just, accept things the way they are, and things not always the same. You got to evolve and change with time. And, especially me when I was younger, I didn't like changing things. So, that, a lot of house music back in the day had the words had special meanings, and it did help guide my generation that was when we were teenagers. It
Mhm.
did guide us in the direction to make us better people and grow into the adults that we are.
Yeah, house music truly
Music has
has
a
an
major
influence.
impact on people's spirit and so an upbringing. I done had so many people, I done seen them say, "Hey, your song inspired me. I was about to do this, but it changed my mind," and blah blah blah. And me and my wife heard this is the reason why we got married because of this certain song. So it's inspiring.
Yeah.
So that's two. Time marches on to the second one. The third one is it's a newer song. It was
Uh-huh.
oh, that was so hard. There's a few of them.
Oh, you can add four if you want to.
I can have four. Any
Yeah.
song by Masters at Work. I'm gonna put it like that. Any song by Masters at Work. Any
Oh, good answer.
song by Masters at
That's
any
a
song. Oh, Traveling by
mm,
Quentin Harris.
I
That
see.
song, Traveling by Quentin Harris. That song just takes me to another place too. I don't care what I'm doing. I can sit in my studio and just chill out, listen to it if I'm driving.
Mhm.
That song Traveling by Quentin Harris just is so emotional.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're having a hard day, you listen to that song, you'll feel a lot better.
Beautiful. And I'm gonna just add this exactly because you mentioned so beautifully that it does make an impact. And I've been talking with many of my guests about that message and the basic vibe that house music has. And especially, not to say that it still wouldn't have the same thing, but especially in the beginning, it truly did, carry the songs really carried a message. There was this intentional influencing almost, in a powerful
Hmm.
messages and so on. So it is true that it does carry that positive vibe and this intention to make some kind of beautiful impact to the world. And again, peace, love, unity, and house music. So
Yes, sir. Yes,
that
ma'am.
that that ethos there. Beautiful selection. And again, for the viewers, go and check this out. Now, it's gonna go even to maybe more trickier question because I do
Uh-oh.
know that you have very wide catalog of your own productions. And now, if I may ask, is there some, and I know that it is difficult maybe to say, but is there some particular song that is somehow special for you, that somehow would stand out of all of your other songs? And maybe what kind of reason behind? Is it possible even to pick one in your case?
Well, that is a hard question.
It is.
Um, hmm. It's not even out yet. The song's not even out yet.
Ah,
Matter of fact, This song, it will be coming out. It's called Move Me, the Rhythm. And it's
Ooh.
by my artist. Her name is Helen.
Mhm.
Beautiful vocalist. We just recorded the vocals this past Sunday in the studio.
Wonderful.
And this is gonna be my own first vocal production myself. So I think I can say this song right here is my what the answer to your question. This song right here that's
Oh,
coming out. You know, so
wonderful.
it'll be out the first week in April. It's very nice. It's a party vocal, it's a party house song. It makes you feel good. You're gonna want to dance.
Oh, yes.
It's
So,
more of a disco-y house song. Got a little disco vibe to it.
well,
I'll
I do
send
understand it since you were mentioning about the
I'll send
importance
you
of disco.
I'll send you a promo copy.
All
It's
right.
nice.
People, stay tuned. So you said first week of April, right?
Right, first week of April. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna say the second week of April. Second week of April.
In the
Second week of
beginning of
April.
April, people stay tuned for
Hmm.
this new one. So that's
Yeah,
very
it'll be up for sale like April 18th, I say April 18th. Pre-orders is April 8th.
wonderful, wonderful. I'm looking forward to hear it since you mentioned about the disco house and that vocal part and so on. So I'm also very excited.
Yeah,
Excited
I
to
know that's right
hear
up
it.
your alley. I listen to your mixes. That's right up your alley.
Yay! Beautiful, beautiful. Now, let's go to another difficult question. So, I know you have been having a long career as well, but could you name some of the highlights of your house music journey so far? Some personal highlights as an artist, as a DJ producer, or in general, something that stands out.
Well, my highlight is recent. I legally incorporated my music company and my record labels. I got everything LLC and licensed and everything. And since then, I just been getting more involved with my label. I had my label for a long time, but life changes. I couldn't really dig into it the way I want to.
Mhm.
So now, within the last 3 years, I could really dig into it and operate it the way I want. But
Yeah.
I've been networking and I got a lot of nice new artists coming out, good music that's gonna uplift the label, the brand. Me myself, I'm putting out some new music also. A lot of new good dance floor music.
Yeah,
Make people go on an emotional journey, make them want to dance, make them want to cry. You know,
beautiful.
I go to sleep and wake up thinking about music in my head and get up and start banging all things.
Yeah, you live
Yeah,
and breathe, right?
yeah, leave and breathe. But yeah, that's the highlight of my journey, actually getting my record label like really going up and going.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden I got all these artists now that want to come to me and we're working together.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
got a new distribution so I can get my music all over the world now. Everybody can be a part of what I'm trying to present to them and help my label grow. We can do it together.
True, true. Very much true and very, very important. And those kind of things that it doesn't always have to be that kind of like one particular moment there, but as a result of the work that you have invested and when you have built something and then you start to see how it start to grow and things start to evolve. That's a beautiful way to see it also as a highlight, which it is absolutely.
Hmm.
And I'm happy to hear that, and it is also a great thing for our audience since they will have now more and more access to that music that you and your team are producing for us and spreading that message, the positivity and those emotions in the music that you were mentioning for the wider and wider audience. That's just simply beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Uh,
My label partner, and I mentioned you to him too.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the original DJs from this legendary club, the Reactor in
Yeah.
Chicago. And
Yeah.
that's where Ron Trent and DJ Rush did it. It was Jocko 69, that's my friend,
Mm-hmm.
Ron Trent, and DJ Rush. They all started at that club. And we all
Yeah.
know who Ron Trent and DJ Rush is.
Mm-hmm. True.
Right.
True.
So like I said, DJ Jocko 69, like I said, that's my highlight too. Me and him, we working together to put out good music to the world.
Beautiful.
Give them
Beautiful.
what we want to give all of you all what we experienced when we was growing up, with a
Yes.
little modern touch to it.
Yeah. Obviously.
You know,
Of course.
so we know how to incorporate Chicago. We're gonna keep the Chicago house sound, but we
Mm-hmm.
know how to incorporate it to make it updated. So you can
Absolutely.
tell it's from Chicago, but it's gonna sound updated.
Yeah. So it has the deep roots there, but it still brings something modern, up to date thing there. So fusion.
Yeah,
Fusion.
one thing I did for the first time in my life, 2 weeks ago, I went to New York City for the first time in my life. I went to the
Ah,
Timmy Regisford 33rd shelter anniversary party.
wow.
And that was the first time I heard Timmy Regisford live, and I was very overwhelmed. I
Yeah.
was emotional, and I looked at him like, wow, the music he played and the way he played was just awesome. So he
I
inspired me in a different way on my musical journey now. So it's
beautiful.
gonna be a good thing, a good thing.
Beautiful things happening. Oh my, I would, I would have so wanted to be there, partying. Oh my goodness. Maybe one day, one
Yeah,
day.
one day you come here
Yeah.
and I'll meet up
Yeah.
with you in New York City. We go here
Yes.
to be registered.
We will hit the clubs.
You got to come to Chicago's Chosen Few picnic too.
I have to. That's absolute must as well. I need to do those house music classic cities, the places, the amazing clubs, the ones that still exist.
Yeah,
I wish I could travel back time and you when you were 14-year-old, I would
yeah.
have joined you there. Uh, but it's beautiful and definitely now our interview time is always somehow feeling that it's kind of like running so fast, but I still want to ask one more thing from you. And I would like you to share a little bit more about your current and upcoming projects, if you may, for our audience who is interested to know more about you and your label. So what's up?
What is up? I will tell you what is up. So right now I have, like I said, a new disco house vocal coming out. The artist is Helen, and music production by me, Al Groove. It's called Move Me. It's the rhythm. Very nice disco house vocal, upbeat, guaranteed to get the floor filled. I have another new artist. Her name is Miss TC, and this is a hot track, very hot track, hot track. I just signed her. Music production by I forgot his name. Hold on. I can never remember his production name. But yeah, Miss TC, she made a track called Don't Be No Fool.
All right.
Everybody's talking. And the concept of that song is, life is short, don't be a fool and take life for granted, don't get into the mix of, rumors about other people, you know, like everybody had their daily lives and problems, but, don't be no fool, live your life, move on, enjoy life. Don't let
Great.
time pass you up.
Yeah.
So it's a
Great.
very, very, very nice inspirational song. The track is awesome. The track is like phenomenal, and I can't
Oh,
wait until you guys hear it.
I can't wait either.
Okay, here we go. It's called Don't Be No Fool, Everybody's Talking, featuring Steve Benfield and produced by Iron Bull.
All right, so there we have two of the upcoming projects. So stay tuned for those ones.
Right.
And
And
we
right
are,
now,
yes, please,
right
yes.
now, my label partner and artist Jocko69 has a very nice acid track EP.
Ah,
Now he incorporated the old Chicago acid sound and upgraded where it's
wow,
new. It's called
wow.
Acid Lifestyle. That's out right now on all streaming and download platforms. I have a house music beat track EP out. It's called
Mhm.
The Way We Were.
Where we
So
were. All right.
so it's called The Way We Were, The Way We Are, and The Way We Will Be. It's just,
Wow.
how we came up. This is for everybody around the world that came up in the house music, especially back in the day, and the way we are now at present, and the way
True.
we're going to be in the future. We're still going to be 60, 70, 80 years old.
Yeah, past, present, and future, but it's
So
all
my grown children keep telling me, Daddy, you too old to be going out partying and stuff. I said, I'll show you the videos. I'll take video. You see all these people in here, some of these people older than me.
yeah, like I do.
My generation, the music keep us moving every day, every night. We never gonna stop partying.
No, never. And we are never gonna be too old for house music. No, no, no. It's a lifestyle. It's deep within us. That's what we do.
Yep.
Now,
So my best artist coming out is Miss TC though, because she has a very nice track. It's gonna hit the world by storm, I guarantee that. And she also has a clothing line. I'm just gonna mention she has clothing line, glasses. It's called You Dig.
beautiful.
Yearly and Yadig is YADIG, and it means yearly and daily I grind.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
That's another concept of her song in general too. Don't be
Yeah,
no fool. Yearly and daily I grind. Everybody's on the grind trying to make their life a better life, trying to make life good for their family, their children, what have you. So that's the whole concept of this song.
true. Absolutely. And a beautiful message in as it is. As it is.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
we are gonna hear now very soon in the mini mix some of Al Groove's tracks. I'm very excited to play the mini mix. But the last thing what I want to ask briefly is if somebody wants to find out more about you in social media, where can they find you?
I have a website. It's R Sound Music Group LLC.com. OurMusic LLC.com. And you can go on the website. I have, videos to sample the music, um, company motto, our goals, our values, and list of artists and studio setups, the whole 9 yards. You can also go on Facebook. I have DJ Al Groove,
Mhm.
www.facebook.com/DJ Al Groove, www.com, Facebook/ Raw House
Yeah,
Records, Instagram, DJ Al Groove on Instagram. If now you can just Google my name, Al Groove, or DJ Al Groove, and everything's on there. You can find them in, my email address and my phone number if somebody really wants to contact me. Get in touch with me. Got any questions, comments, or concerns?
that is beautiful. I thank you dearly. Send you much love all the way from Helsinki, Finland. Woo! House
Oh,
music
thank you.
takeover.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we are gonna go. Whoa! What a beautiful background. That
Thank you.
was
Thank you.
perfect, 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 perfect. So Again, I thank you so much for being able to join Heidi's House podcast and into our episode number 15 to be exact. And we are going to be so excited to hear all of that music that you mentioned here during this interview. And now we are going to continue to the mini mix. So
All
bye
right.
bye and
Bye-bye.
let's go.